first things first, some opening shenanigans, something I've always wanted to try. Might not be smart, but I figured before we get a big crew and a whole bunch of, M. Shaw personnel around here, it's just me. Let's see what happens. Alright, hold on tight. Oh! Oh, shoot! We did her again. Howdy, folks. Rod Halfman here. Well, on today's episode, we gotta go pick up our buddy Dusty Tuffman from the train station here. And he's in to start helping us. He's gonna help us the rest of the season. He wants to start off with checking out the soil, even though we kind of already told him what the situation is. And we'll go from there. But first things first, some opening shenanigans, something I've always wanted to try. Might not be smart, but I figured before we get a big crew and a whole bunch of, M. Shaw personnel around here, it's just me. Let's see what happens. Alright, hold on tight. Oh! Buddy! Yeah, old Rod Halfman again. I beached my truck. Oh, man. Well, if you remember last week, we beached our service truck, so we got to get that pulled out. Now I beached this. I don't recommend trying this at home, kids. Well, now we know what'll happen if we try to Dukes of Hazzard our service truck. Just had to find out, right? Well, we're going to go ahead and get this thing pulled out, and then we're going to go and see if we can pick up Dusty over at the train station. Stay tuned. Huh. The market here. Let's see what we can find in the market. We got a little bit of time here while we wait for old Dusty's train to come in. Well, it looks like they're kind of empty here. A little bit confused. They must be having a meeting or something. Well, we'll have to come back another time. Let's go see if old Dusty has made it in yet. Alright, just picked up Dusty from the train station, dropped him off at the mine site, and I'm heading into town. He put in an order for a pickup. Whoa, buddy. He put in an order for a pickup here, and we're gonna go. I told him I'd go pick it up for him, and then that way he can kind of just get a handle for what's going on around the site there. We also got to figure out how to get our service truck unstuck, because that is no way to have it. I believe Sparky completed the work. I'll have to check in with him and make sure he finished that hydraulic line on that dozer. We'll have to go from there. Oh, sugar! We are not doing our rig any favors here. Well, I don't see the his pickup out here, but I guess we'll go in and talk to him. All right. Well, we've got Dusty's new truck loaded up here, but we have got some very dense fog, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it back. Boy, I don't know. This thick fog here in the Yukon, man, it's something else. I cannot tell where we're at or what we need to be doing. Oh, now we're off the beaten path. Well, I think we're gonna have to let this fog pass. I don't think there's any way of us getting through this right now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna kick back here and probably take a little snooze. I know Dusty's he called. He said he's just gonna crash in the service truck, and it's about 4:30 in the morning. This fog should clear here in about I don't know. Hopefully partway through the morning, but we'll just have to wait and see. All right. Well, well, a lot has changed. Yeah, we're in a bit of a predicament here, but let's go ahead and get back over to our claim if I can get out of here. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking. Well, hopefully the fog will clear here not too long. We've got stuff we got to get done though. Um, we did not know about this thick fog up here in the Yukon, so this is new. We're gonna have to get used to this. You know, it is what it is. So last night we went and picked up Dusty's pickup. They had to detail it. It took a while to get, but we were able to finally track it down. And so we've got that loaded up, and we're just heading back to the mine site and see what Dusty figured out. He's supposed to do a bunch of work. He's supposed to get a bunch of work done yesterday, and then he crashed in the service truck, so we'll get out here and just see kind of what he had figured out. Okay, so we've got this all done. Looks like he's not in there, so he must maybe ran for breakfast or something. Let's see if we can try to get this whole thing taken care of. Well, we're gonna have to have Sparky take a look at this thing. This just takes forever to get this thing to swing.
A few moments later.
There we go. Alright, well, let's see. First things first, we gotta get this thing unstuck. Those are over here. And maybe push it out a little bit. Okay, as you can see, we got our service truck unstuck. I'm back in my cut here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start making some passes, make sure everything's out of the way, and we'll get Dusty back in here when he gets done with his breakfast. We'll probably go, maybe we'll go pick him up because he's on foot, you know, because we went and picked up his pickup for him. So maybe we'll go pick him up when we're done, just kind of knocking the rust off, making sure that Sparky did his job here. is so hard to see with all this fog. It's hard to make sure I'm running my right lines here, but you know, it's definitely going to be a good day. Hit an area here where, you know, the frost is still in the ground, and we were originally told we wouldn't have to deal with any frost, but I've got a really hard spot here that I'm having a hard time getting through.
Dave Turin, Dusty's inspiration, was a civil engineer and construction company owner for over 2 decades.
Yeah, I just don't know what the issue is here, why we can't get this dirt moved, but we might have to just kind of deal with it, you know? Yeah, we'll just have to deal with it, I guess. This edge of the cut is really, really frozen yet. Yeah, we've got some spots that are still pretty frozen in here, so we're getting a lot of uneven stripping, which is not uncommon, but it's definitely going to cost a lot more in fuel for us to get this done. Definitely a rough ride. We're gonna have to figure something else out here. Otherwise we'll be stripping forever. Alright, well, it's 1 o'clock. I haven't heard from Dusty other than he said he found a spot to get some really good breakfast. And then he was going to maybe go talk to a guy. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump in his pickup. And I'm going to go pick him up where he said he'd be and get him back over here, see what's what. Man, can't see anything out here. Patchy fog.
I'm crazy and I ain't a guy. The name's Patches O'Houlihan. I'm your new coach.
You know, I kind of like this rig that Dusty found. Um, yeah, he ended up getting it off of a guy that he got it off of a guy that was up here a couple years ago, and it's just been sitting in a shed. Man, this is so hard. I'm just going where I think the road is. But yeah, he picked it up pretty good deal. I think about 35 grand, and it's only got 150,000 on it. Oh, this is the auto repair. He was gonna go talk to a farmer, but this farmer, he's been here forever. Yeah, I think. Right here. Alright, I'm gonna go in here and see what they're up to here quick. Okay, well, that was interesting. So, we were able to talk to an old timer that's been up here for quite some time. And, you know, he said that that land that we're on right now, it's virgin ground. But the soil samples we got out match another parcel that pulled out over 10,000 ounces of gold back in the 1890s. So obviously we're hoping that that's good ground, but Dusty is still not convinced. He wants to get out there and start running some tests himself. You know, he's a different kind of character. So let's we'll get out there and we'll see what we learn. Oh shoot! We did her again. This fog is no joke. I think we're just gonna have to, you know, deal with the weather and let the fog pass, and before we can actually get anything done out here. Yeah, I think that's what we're definitely gonna do. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna let this fog get out of here, and as soon as it's gone, we'll start taking a look at some of this dirt that we've been moving. Ugh. Oh man. Well, it's the next day. It's all about 5:45 in the morning, and it's pouring rain. Imagine that. But at least the fog's gone and we can work in the rain. So let's get out here and kind of see what's what. Dusty said he wanted to meet me down at this other end, so I'm going to go ahead and chase down here and see what he came up with. Hey, Dusty, what's going on, man? Oh, not too much, Rod. Here's the deal. Don't know what to tell you, but you're throwing away valuable pay dirt. What? What do you mean, Dusty? Well, here's the thing. I took a couple of pans out of this, what you call overburden up here, and we are actually finding quite a few flakes in the pan. Okay. Well, our soil test... Yeah, I don't really care what your soil test said. You are throwing away valuable money here, Rod. You know, I kind of expected this, and I'm glad I'm here to help right now instead of having you go the whole season. And you decide, well, not a big deal, and you throw all this stuff away. We are able to grab pay right off the top. I don't know how deep we can go, but we can start mining right now. Well, Dusty, if you're sure, I mean, I am more sure than I've ever been sure about anything before in my life, Rod. Don't question me. I'm Dusty Tuffman. I know dirt. All right, man. Well, I guess, well, we're going to have to figure some stuff out here because we're going to need to clear a spot. We're going to need to get the wash plant and some other equipment in here and, you know, have at it. And there was quite a bit of frost left, but I think this rain's going to soften it up. So I guess we need to focus on setting up an area. Where do you recommend? Well, Rod, I don't know. Let me take a look around here a little bit more, and I'll tell you where I think we should start putting our plant in and where we should put our, you know, we should probably have a little cabin or something set up here so we don't have to keep sleeping in them damn trucks, okay? All right. Well, Dusty, you've never led me down the wrong path before, so let's go ahead and see what we can do with that. All right. Well, we just got done talking to Dusty, and needless to say, he is not very happy with the operation so far. So we're gonna go ahead and gosh, I don't even know what we should take. Well, we'll just take our truck. Um, we've got a trailer, and we're gonna need to haul some stuff. We've got our truck. Oh, wish I would have parked Dusty's truck in a different spot. But we've got our truck, our equipment truck and trailer back at the shop. We're gonna have to go there. We need to go to the lumber store, and we need to get some supplies. Thankfully, up here in the Yukon, they understand all that, and they open at 4 o'clock in the morning, so we're able to. Oh boy, here we go again. We're gonna have to have Sparky take a look at things, because I feel like there is no stability with this trailer. There must be something wrong with one of the axles. Maybe it's out of alignment. But anyways, everywhere up here opens up pretty early because they get a lot of daylight hours, and they just figure, and most of the stuff you're going to do is going to be in the morning. So let's go ahead and get up here to the shop. We'll have to figure out what more equipment we need, and we'll have to go over to the building supply store and get some stuff there too. Alright, we're going to go ahead and shut it down, and stay tuned for next week when we get to find some of our equipment. Hopefully another guy or two will be up at our mining operation to help us, and you'll get to start seeing some of our equipment that we're using. Alright, we'll see you next week.